and teachers everywhere. The time to shine is now and here. It's the battle of champions, battle of champions. Rise and innovate, come let's co-create. Time to change our fate at the battle of champions, Stanbic National Schools Championship.
The next champions to enter the arena are St. Mary's Girls Madera, innovators driven not just by invention, but by lived reality. In many homes, managing diabetes comes with daily worry, the cost of testing, the fear of delayed care, and the uncertainty of tomorrow. Their response? An affordable home glucose testing kit designed to put consistent, reliable care back into the hands of families.
This Home Gluco-Test kit is targeting mainly diabetic patients to help them monitor their blood sugar levels. Since the glucometer and a testing strip kit, it's very expensive for them to afford. So this works like this. This is now water mixed with glucose. We take it as urine sample, but don't forget to wear your gloves for avoid contamination of the urine sample. Then you get 2 ml of bendic solution. You mix it together in the test tube with the urine sample. Then you get your hot water.
These things I remember.
When I'm thinking about a business model canvas for me,
At boot camp, their idea was stretched, challenged, and strengthened. Through mentorship and hands-on learning, they began to see their innovation not just as a school project, but as a life-changing solution.
Blood sugar, if unregulated, will be the cause of your death.
Their first real test came when they presented their idea to the judges.
And I'm here with my colleague, Immune Genesis. We're here to present you the business project idea that we came up with after identifying the problem in our community, and the problem is none other than diabetes.
Dear listeners, diabetes is a chronic disease characterized by elevated levels of blood sugar in the body. We found out that 0.4% to 9% of the Uganda population is aware of this diabetic condition, with a notable increase over the past years. And 48% of this population is unaware of this diabetic condition.
To give you a life testimony, dear listeners,
in our school, we had a diabetic student who was undergoing insulin treatment to manage her condition. However much she had her drugs at school, she could get frequent attacks since she couldn't detect when her blood glucose level was high due to lack of a glucometer and a testing strip kit which she couldn't afford.
And this triggered our mind and motivated us to come up with the Home Gluco-Test kit to help her and other diabetic patients in the community monitor their blood sugar levels to prevent further health complications that might lead to loss of their lives.
The glucose in urine test is part of a urinalysis that helps detect the presence of glucose in urine, but also measures ketones in urine so as to prevent diabetic ketoacidosis, which is a complication of uncontrolled diabetes. The glucose in urine test targets mainly diabetic patients, since it helps them to monitor and maintain their blood glucose conditions without them having to visit the medical facility. It is unique in a way that it's helpful to patients with anxiety and pain caused by the needle, and when healthcare professionals cannot access a vein for carrying out the blood.
To bring to your attention, dear listeners, these are some of the components found inside the Home Gluco-Test kit. We have a test tube, 2 calibrated droppers, 1 for urine and 1 for Benedict solution, and then a standard color chart. This is a standard color chart also containing the instruction manual that will help the patient carrying out the test, and then a pair of gloves.
The test procedure is collect urine in a bottle, but don't forget to wear your gloves to avoid contaminating the urine sample. Then add 1 ml, that is 5 drops of the urine sample, into the test tube containing. Add 1 ml, that is 5 drops of the urine sample, into a clean and dry test tube. Thereafter, add 2 ml, that is 10 drops of the Benedict solution, into the test tube containing the urine sample, and shake it vigorously so as to obtain the uniform mixture. Thereafter, heat the solution mixture in a water bath for 3 to 5 minutes. Thereafter, observe the color change of the solution in the test tube or precipitate formation and relate it to the standard color chart provided.
how much does each kit cost? And how often does a person have to buy it?
Okay, this Home Gluco-Test kit, it will sell it at 35,000 Ugandan shilling, but the revenue or the money that you use for producing it out is only 23 Ugandan shilling.
Okay, so you asked about how often someone needs to buy the test kit. You can buy the test kit only once, but the only thing you have to do is keep refilling the Benedict solution to carry out more tests.
What you have is extremely powerful. Do you have any plans of scaling down the size of the product and how much will that box, if it's scaled down?
That if we were to scale it down, we might reduce it by 5,000. That we will sell it at 30,000 Ugandan shilling, because we might a bit reduce the size of the box and we package it well. And we will also to the customers that to buy, because in the Home Gluco-Kit test kit we put one test tube, but we'll give that person one extra test tube in let me say in case one breaks during the process of the test.
Allow me invite St. Mary's Girls Secondary School. Both of you are the winners of this stage.
I was really confident to the extent that I knew my school was going to be the best. If I'm to win the grand prize that is upcoming, of which I have faith in it, I'm going to improve on the business that we at St. Mary's came up with, and we're going to improve on the production.
At the appraisals, their progress spoke volumes.
When we went for the boost camp, the Home Gluco-Kit test became actually much more bigger, because something that had been very difficult for someone to carry, we have actually improved on the branding and then the price, because of late during the boot camp we were selling the Home Gluco-Kit test kit at price of 35,000 Ugandan shillings, but we decided to reduce it at 15,000 Ugandan shillings since we wanted it to be something that every average Ugandan can afford.
Now, backed by deeper product knowledge and clearer impact, their solution stood for more than innovation. It stood for dignity, access, and healthier lives. Judges pose questions and students speak to what they've improved on the product.
When you're giving out your entire sales pitch, you're explaining more of the products rather than the value you're offering me. Right now, I'm captive audience. Means I'm here and I'm going to listen to you, regardless of how long you're going to be explaining the product to me. But you've met me outside, maybe I'm running somewhere. You have exactly 2 minutes to sell me into this. As you said, the hook. Now, where was the hook? When you started explaining what it's supposed to do, you said it's for diabetic patients, okay? Now let's say I assume I'm not one, but I know someone. How do you get me interested in what you're giving me? Explain value more than product. You get to the product when they're already interested in the value you're offering.
With preparation behind them and purpose in their hearts, St. Mary's Girls Madera was ready. Ready to step forward, ready to defend an innovation built from care, courage, and the belief that better health should be within reach for all.
Madera Home Gluco-Kit. Blood sugar, if unregulated, would be the cause of your death. Did you know that 12.5% of the world population has diabetes, with an increasing number of 3.6% in Uganda? To give you a life testimony, in our school we had a diabetic student named Precious. Although Precious had her insulin treatment at school, she could get frequent attacks since she couldn't detect when her blood sugar level was high or low due to lack of a glucometer and a testing strip kit of which she couldn't afford. Many people just like Precious out there in the world have fear of pain and anxiety caused by the needle, and healthcare professionals cannot assess the vein for carrying out the blood test. Our kit helps people like Precious and thousands of people with diabetes cause it's affordable, going at a price of 15,000 Ugandan shilling. Therefore it carries 30 to 50 tests, approximately 2 to 3 months. Our kit also needs only a sample of your urine, making it convenient for those with fear of pain caused by the needles. We sell each kit at 15,000 Ugandan shilling. We spend 8,700 to produce each kit. We spend 10 million monthly in order for us to produce 2,000 kits. And we sell 1,587 kits in order to reach the break-even point.
Is the business registered?
The business is registered, but we haven't been able to get a certificate of corporation because we lack the means. With the new system that has come up with NIRA, we have taken some time, but we believe by the end of October we would have already got our means and we'll be able to register our business legally.
Okay.
So you've sold 42 kits,
Yeah.
right? Have you gotten any feedback from the people?
Yeah, we have.
What the kids, and what has that feedback been like?
Well, most of the people that have bought our kits, as we have it in the testimonials, they say the kit helps at that time because they really don't have to sit in the hospital all day long to wait for the doctor. After carrying out the test, they get the results instantly, and this has also enabled them because they're not having financial constraints. Most of them are saving after 1,000 Ugandan shillings because the treatment for diabetes goes up to 100,000 Ugandan shillings.
How much testing has gone into the product, and what's the accuracy rate?
Well, we did many tests before.
How many?
How many?
We did something of 5.
5.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've done 5 tests to verify if your device actually works or the test,
Yes.
and then you sold like 50.
Well,
For-
sold 42.
But you only tested on 5 if it actually works. Okay.
I think for me that raises some liability concerns, safety, because this is a medical condition that could be life-threatening for a lot of people, and quality assurance is very, very important. My take is that you need to do more tests to get more reliable results that can speak to, the value that your product is offering.
Okay, so you increase production to 2,000 kits. This is not the time to increase production. You would rather increase the sample space for tests. Because as far as healthcare goes, you need to be in the thousands. And then once you're happy with the tests, you want to ensure the business that if someone gets a wrong diagnosis, they don't come for you personally and the teacher, and you're in trouble. But they approach the business. It's ensured that the liabilities, you extend the risk away from you, because this is a very delicate space, and it, regardless of how young you are, really commendable. Large problem, very delicate.
The goal in life is not to live forever, but to create something that will live.
Is St. Mary's Girls Madera your champion? Voting will be open from the 11th to the 13th of February. Tune in every day at 6:30 p.m. on UBC. Witness the brilliance, feel the passion, and cast your vote for who takes home 20 million Uganda shillings to elevate their invention to the next level. Because history is calling, and one school is about to answer.
Students and teachers everywhere, the time to shine is now and here. It's the battle of champions, battle of champions. Rise and innovate, come let's co-create. Time to change our fate at the battle of champions, Stanbic National Schools Championship.